Hey everyone, it is Heather Hurt with the NRW. Nerds rule the world, but of course on Wednesdays we are new release Wednesdays because we're going to talk about some comics. So let's get right on into it. What's the hold up? Let's do it. Let's talk comics. Welcome to New Release Wednesday. Wednesday the 23rd, and we are exactly less than 7 days because it hits next week. We are exactly 7 days away from Moon Knight, and I am so excited. I can't wait to talk to you all about it. I watched the first 4 episodes and I can't wait to talk to you guys about it. I really want to talk about it, but don't worry about it. Can't talk about it yet. We'll soon. So let's talk about comics. So let's talk about what's on the comic racks. And don't you worry, I am not going to mention Saga number 57 once. Not once. I will not mention that Saga number 57 is currently on your shelves at your local comic shop. I promise not to do that. So let's talk about Marvel instead. Let's talk about the return of a legend. Let's talk about Wolverine Patch number 1. Larry Hama is returning to Wolverine. Like, that's really exciting. Like, that's so exciting. With artist Andrea Di Vito. Welcome back to Madripoor, Logan. Welcome back. Of course, right? You know, they know him there as Patch, and he does have a nice, cool patch going on in the comic. This new story about this new Logan series, because remember, Laura is Wolverine. Be angry about it all you want, but Laura is Wolverine. It features spies and romance and action and Nick Fury. Because when does a spy story not include the world's best spy? Logan has made quite a reputation in Madripoor as Patch. He frequently is found at the Princess Bar. He's clearly there. You know, you wouldn't have one of the most recognized mutants in a place and not expect something else is going on. And this what should be a very typical recon mission turns into this fiasco of a paramilitary war that just drags him down. Pretend the clock, I guess it's drags him down into the darkness, and it takes the world, the universe's greatest spy, along with a litany of fun guest appearances to bring him back out, to support him. It's a fun first read. And it, you know, if there's ever a book like by Larry Hama out there, you should be picking it up. I'm just saying. So that's my Marvel. Crazy enough, guys, we're only gonna have 1 book from each series, including Image. So we're gonna jump straight into Dark Horse Comics, and this is a really exciting one because if you read any of my tweets, if you're ever anywhere like near my social media feeds, I will never stop talking about how much I love Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. They are the writer-artist team that can redefine comics, and in so many ways, they literally helped revive comic fans across the globe with Batman. And I know that's really just placing them in one spot, and they have done so many great books. Batman is just a piece of their tale. Batman and the long history that they have with that character. It's just a piece of their tale. But they're back. They've actually been back. This is a series from Scott Snyder's new production company, but it has moved over to Dark Horse Comics with the release of this series to a mass audience. If you are not on Scott Snyder's newsletter definitely do. He talks about all of his new series he's doing as an indie writer, and he seems to be having so much fun. So much love to the entire team. And anyway, let's talk about the series. So we have Demons #1. You know, we all grow up, even if you're like me and you really don't kind of affiliate to a religion anymore, we all grow up with that natural concept of good versus evil, God versus the devil, angels versus demons. But they're just stories, right? Like they're fables, they're parables. They're not real. Or at least that's what we believe. Seem like Lamb Lyle, she's kind of one of those, you know, she's kind of more scientific thinking. She doesn't want to believe. It doesn't matter how faithful her family is, how deeply devoted in the Unitarian Church her father is. They're just stories. But then her father dies in a dramatic and mysterious way. And it pulls her into the church where she meets a demon who says that he has been working with her father. And this strange confluence of events just leads her into like smack dab in the middle of a war where, you know, it's a war that she could only imagine, she could only dream about, where it is literally good versus evil going head to head. But the question comes up, who in the universe, who in this world of gods and demons is truly good and who is truly evil? We have Demons #1 is on shelves right now. I do suggest it. Oh my gosh, you will love it. I mean, it's Greg Capullo's art. Like, you will love it. You will love it. Okay. So on to DC Comics. It is not a Batman story. I am so sorry. Like, I actually didn't even do a Wonder Woman story. We do have a new Trial of the Amazons with Yara Flor in it, and I did not pick that one. I picked Rogues #1 from Joshua Williamson, an artist. I'm going to totally butcher this. I am so sorry. Can you see that I use yeah, I use fake lips because I am so white, guys. So have fun with that. So I apologize for this. Massimiliano Leomacs. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Once again, apologize if I am not. I'm super bad with names. I couldn't probably even, at this point, I probably can't even say my own name. Joshua Williamson is one of my favorite writers. As you can see on my wall behind me, I do have some Nailbiter art up. I love Nailbiter. It is one of my favorite horror stories. Hi, Josh. So it's whenever there's a Joshua Williams story, I'm always going to support him. But this is a really fun one because it's a DC Comics Black Label series. Black Label series get a bad rap, but if you're not reading a Black Label, you're actually missing out on some really, really good, amazing, not necessarily in continuity story arcs. Like we had a really great Harley story. There's we got Batpeen. Like, why aren't you reading Black Label books? You really should, because they're a lot of fun. No, they're not for kids. But you know what? In reality, if you talk to any retailer, most comics aren't for kids. You, as a parent, you make those decisions. But Black Label is a lot of fun because it's made for adults. It's made for older readers. So pick up some Black Label books. Just do it. They're a lot of fun. So let's talk about Rogues #1. The criminal life is a hard one, right? I mean, I'm saying that as like the most like vanilla human being on the planet. But if you know anything about the life of a criminal or whom we deem as a criminal, it's basically you have this life of, you have a cycle of prison, probation. It can feel like prohibition, probation, rehab, fees, dues, low paying, labor intensive jobs, if you can find one. We need to fix the American prison system. We really, 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 really do. but it's so much more. It's unmendable relationships, lost connections, and it's everything that just, it breaks you down, and you basically turn right back to crime. That's what you do. It's been 10 years since the Rogues broke up, and it's starting to really beat down on everyone. It's kind of at that point where it's that last job feeling. That one job that, you know, it could either, it could, if it succeeds, it's the biggest payday of your life, and you will never have to do anything ever again. You can buy that island and go live on it and live happily for the rest of your life. That is, if you survive. It's that kind of last job feeling. And that's where Captain Cold is. He's on his last legs, and he has figured out the perfect final job for the Rogues. He brings everyone back together, and there has to be a catch to this. There has to be the last job. There's always a catch. Gold. Untraceable, undocumented, the largest stockpile on the planet. And it belongs to Gorilla Grodd. They have to go against one of the current biggest crime bosses on the planet and steal his gold. No big deal. No big deal. That's fine. Rogues #1 is kind of this fun, classic DC tale. It's, you know, one thing that DC does great always is noir. They do noir perfectly, and this is kind of that reminiscent, classic noir story that you want in a comic book. And so pick it up, Rogues #1. It is out right now. All right, last one, guys. It's gonna be a quick one this week. There are a lot of amazing books as always, but it's gonna be a quick one this week. Godzilla versus the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers #1. It's a long line. Godzilla versus the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers #1. I actually had a conversation like yesterday, because today is, for me, is Tuesday, but for you it's Wednesday. But on Tuesday, I actually had a conversation about the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the original film. Guys, don't hate on. I mean, the person I was having with was absolutely lovely. He agreed with me. It was just, don't hate on classic nostalgia, guys. Love your nostalgia, enjoy it. Godzilla is another one. Just enjoy. The movies aren't going to be great. The TV shows aren't great, but that's not why you watch Godzilla. That's not why you watch the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. You watch it because you want to. This is the freaking Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That's why you watch it. and to speak for a moment, and I'm still like totally like sidetracking off of the comic that I'm talking about. IDW crossovers are, and I will use this word very carefully, amazeballs. Like soup's amazeballs. I am 34. I should not ever be talking like that. But that's how incredible these books are. Justice League versus the Power Rangers. Batman, I shit you not, my friends. Batman versus TMNT 1 and 2, probably some of the best comics that I've read in a long time. Like, you know me, I love Batman. I will die by a Batman comic, and they are incredible. If you are not reading the IDW crossovers within their worlds or with DC, you are missing out on some amazing content. Like, really good stories and a lot of fun. Some of the most fun that you as an adult or even as a kid, because some of these are very, there's even a Batman TMNT that's with the animated series. So you can even, that's a good series too. You can enjoy these books as an adult or as a kid, and it's just great. And you will love them. And you, oh my goodness, live your best life through comics. Do it, please. Okay, back to Godzilla versus Mighty Morphin Power Rangers #1. I'm just giving love to my favorite writers today. That's all I'm doing. It's Cullen Bunn, one of the best humans in comics right now. Cullen Bunn, go follow his newsletter. You're gonna love it. If you're a big horror comic person, if you're a big kaiju person, you want to be following Cullen Bunn. You do. Hi, Cullen. writer Cullen Bunn and artist Freddie Williams II. He is actually the writer. He's actually the artist on Batman TMNT. So just saying, just putting it out there for you. So Rita Repulsa, because every good story always starts with the words Rita Repulsa. She finds herself an artifact that can transport her to a new world, a world without the Power Rangers. Oh, to dream. Theater kid here. Oh, to dream. But what about, there might not be Power Rangers, but what about aliens? Or giant monsters, kaiju? What about Godzilla? Rita, she comes into this world and there's these monsters and there's these huge battles. And what does Rita Repulsa believe? They're just in my way. I'm going to throw my monsters at them and that's it. And I'll win because I'm Rita Repulsa. That is who I am. It has worked so well for me in the past. And that is, but unfortunately for oh, good old Rita, the Power Rangers followed her and it followed her to this new world. And it quickly goes from Rita versus Rita's monsters, because when would Rita ever put any of her own work into fighting? It quickly goes from Rita's fight to the Power Rangers. And now it is Dragonzord, dinosaurs, versus the king of monsters himself, Godzilla. There are no two, well, in a cross multi-universe kind of sense, there are no two creatures that I want to see more than the Dragonzord versus Godzilla. I just, come on, it's the Dragonzord versus Godzilla. You want to see it, you want to read it. It's a lot of fun. It's the great thing about a comic like Godzilla versus the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is you're reading it for sheer enjoyment. Comics are, yes, they are a slice of our life. They tell us a story that is true about us. Look at the Batman. It's one of the biggest complaints about that film is that it was too real. It reflected too much in the real world, and that is what comics are supposed to do. They are telling us it is an allegory of our lives. Stories like Godzilla versus the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers are just fun. Take that beer, take that glass of wine, go sit out on your patio. It is finally spring. Read a fun book and enjoy yourself. That's what this book is. And of course, all of these books are available on your comic. I can speak. I really can't, but all of these books are available right now on the bookshelves at your local comic shop. Remember, please support local, please support your community, please support people who live near, who are your neighbors, and remember, it's not just you supporting your neighbors, it's you supporting the creatives. When you buy a comic from a local comic shop, you are supporting the people who live, breathe, and support, and also support your community. Through those comic buys, you support the publishers can pay the creatives. And if it's an indie comic, it's even quicker of a turnaround. Support comics, support your community, support your favorites. Do it. Do it. And that's it for this week. It's nice and quick. We've got lots of great content. Before we get anywhere though, I want to thank our wonderful sponsor, as always, Bunnies and Cream. They have an amazing assortment of nerdy Bath and Body goods, not Bath and Body Works. No. Different company entirely. Bath and Body goods. You are the most important thing in your life. You take care. Self-care is important. So thank you, Bunnies and Cream. You can still get 20% off of your entire order. And after $20, you get free shipping with our code NERDSRULE. Once again, that's NERDSRULE. So definitely use that. Definitely check out their stuff. You're going to love it. I use their bath bombs all the time. You know what? Bath bomb, a glass of wine, and a comic book. It is perfect, guys. Perfect. And right here, you want to follow us. Not only do you want to support our sponsors, you want to support us, the NRW, Nerds Rule the World, and of course, us, New Release Wednesdays, because that's what we are on Wednesdays. Right here, you can just hit that subscribe button. Follow us on all of our things. You can follow us on Twitter at the NRW or on Instagram. We still own that one at New Release Wednesday. We've got lots of fun content all the time coming up, lots of video games. We chat video games, we chat movies, we chat television. And then, of course, you can follow me at Nerd on Twitter. I actually have a pinned, for those of you who are still looking for content for Moon Knight, please follow me on Twitter. I have a huge thread of books that you can try prior to Moon Knight coming out. Once again, that's Nerd on Twitter. You can also follow me on Instagram at Heather is a Nerd, and it is the same on TikTok at Heather is a Nerd. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Enjoy your comics.